All right. We now have the boys' game tonight, the CCSI Eagles. I'm going to announce the starting lineup. Starting for the Eagles tonight, number 1, Josiah Lashbrook. Number 10, Kyle Thomas. Number 12, Willie Lashbrook. Number 21, Jim Silvas. And number 43, Andrew Gillette. And starting now for your Slippery Rock Baptist Panthers, number 32, Matt Herman. Number 30, Jansen Duck. Number 35, Daniel Munson. Number 14, Richard Huntington. And number 10, Colby Coleman.
Ryan, do you have any tips to win this game?
Just do it.
21 and Jansen squaring up for the tip-off. Jansen wins the tip, gives it over to Colby. Colby over to Richard. Richard brings it into the offensive zone. Jansen sets the pick over to Colby. Colby shoots. Doesn't make it in. Jansen grabs the rebound, but bobbled. Richard able to recover over to Matt. Matt over to Colby. Colby looking for an outlet. Dribbles, gives it over to Jansen. Jansen dribbles it down. Loses it, going down green. 10 inbounds. Gives it over to 1. 1 slowly moves towards the offensive zone. Gives it over to 43. 43 back over to 21. 21. Tries to give it down low to 10, but not able to make the pass. It's over 10's head. Richard inbounds. Looks for an outlet. Over to Colby. Colby dribbles it out. Gives it back over to Richie. Richie takes it at the left lane. Stretch pass over to Jansen. Jansen down low. The shot not able to make it in as it bounces long. Off a green. White ball down low. Gives it into Colby. Inbound by Richard. Gives it over to Jansen outside the three-point line over to Richie. Richie, the three-point shot. Not able to sink it. Jump ball. 21. Nails Daniel to the ground. Daniel does not look too happy about that. 10 inbounds it over to 12. 12 dribbles it up the middle lane. Picks it up to the three-point line, around Matt. Shoots. Lays it up for 2 points. That gives it over to Colby from the inbound. Over to Richard. Stretch it up to Colby. Richard sets a pick. Colby breaks free over to Richard. Down to Matt, to Daniel. Daniel gives it over to Matt. Matt over to Richie. Richie back over to Matt. Matt over to Jansen. Jansen back gives it up top to Richard. Richard down to Jansen. Jansen takes a shot. Bounces. 20-12 for Green. Intercepts with a layup. Not able to make it as it hits the bottom of the rim. Colby gets the rebound coming out. Gets it around number 1. Gives it over to Richard. Richard challenged by 1. White ball down low as calls Green, number 1 with a foul. White ball down low. Up top, sorry. In the offensive zone, let's just call it that. 6:10 on the clock, 2-0 game. Colby inbounds. Matt. Matt takes his time over to Richard. Richard passes over to Colby. Colby with a shot. Not able to sink it on a short shot. Challenged by 3 sweaters. Gives it over to 10. 10 up top for 43. 43 looks at an option. Gives it back over to 10. 10 fakes the pass. Tries to get by Richard. Richard with a foul. White ball down low. 21 inbounds for Green. Jensen steals it, gives it over to Matt. Matt back to Colby. Colby over to Richard. Richard dribbles, gives it over to Matt. Matt outside the three-point line, takes his time, takes his landscape, dribbles in, through the paint. Jump shot did not go in. White 32. 21 stood his ground, drew the penalty. 1 inbounds to 10. Daniel read it but didn't take action. 10 goes into the offensive zone. Ten gives it over to 12. 12 takes his time. He tries to give it over to 43, not able to make the pass. With about 5 minutes left in the clock, it's a blue ball down in the defensive zone. Richard to inbound for White. Stretches it up to Colby. Colby stops and goes. Bounces it off his leg, goes out. Not sure what kind of tactics those were, but it didn't work out. 21 inbounds are for Green. Over to 1. 1 takes the landscape. Intercepted by Matt. Matt gives it over to 12. 12 for Green, gives it down to 1. Dribbles around the three-point line. Gives it back out to 12. 12. Takes a walk in the park. 12 gives it over to 21. 21 looks for a pass to 1, but 1 was boxed out by Colby. 21 dribbles around Jensen. The shot from the foul line does not connect. Too far to the left. Daniel gets the rebound over to Richard. Richard takes it across half court over to down low to Jensen. Jensen not able to accept that pass with 4:09 on the clock. So Green ball down low. Substitution, Jacob coming in for Jensen. Sorry. Jacob comes in for Richard. Getting my names confused. Number 1 gets the inbound from 10. Timeout Green. .30-second timeout by Green. If you thought the girls' game was low scoring, the guys' game is even worse. Only 1 bucket was had. And I guess the first quarter is only halfway over. Little smudge on the paint. Get it all cleaned up and we will continue on with the game. Little chip in the ice, don't bother nobody. 10 inbounds over 43 for Green. Takes it up the middle lane. Over to the right for 12. 12 looks for the pass. Gives it up top for 10. 10 up outside the three-point line. Dribbles it in. Right back out. Over top to 1. Makes a shot. Jensen intercepts the stretch pass down low. Gives it over to Colby. Gains the halfway line. The half-court line. Stops. Speeds up. Dribbles around 10. Stops down at the baseline. In trouble, gives it off to Matt. That makes a foul shot for 2 points. 10 inbounds over 12. 12 with speed coming up the right lane. Crosses half court. Gives it over to 1. 1 fakes the shot, goes down low. The shot does not connect on the layup. Colby grabs the rebound, dribbles it out. Challenged by 1. 1 retreats to defend. Crosses half court. Colby calls a timeout. 30-second timeout by White. White's picking up the pace on green. We're pretty much at a deadlock here as both offenses continually press to get opportunities. The missed shots, whenever they start going in, will be a higher scoring game. Green taking all the timeout pep talk they can. The teams take their benches, the players take the field court. Sorry, used to talking about any other sport than basketball, really. Jensen inbounds it to Colby. Colby takes his time, gives it off top to Matt. Matt dribbles in the paint. Gives it up on top to Richard. Richard to Colby. Colby fakes a shot, dribbles it in. A three-point shot, not able to connect on a short shot. Matt draws a foul with 2 shots. Foul is against Green. Number 1. Matt with 2 shots. First shot. Hits the shelf, comes right back out. He had the right shot, not enough arc. He shoots. Short this time. Jensen gets a rebound, shoots it up, blocked by 10. Jensen grabs the rebound again, over to Matt. Matt outside the 3-point line. Shoots, not able to connect it. 43 grabs that rebound, takes it out for Green. Gives it over to 12. 12 back over to 10, sorry. Looks to get in. Door shut. Gives it back out to 12. 12 stops. Dribbles again over to 43 outside the right paint. 21 with a shot. Does not connect it. And it is White ball coming out of the defensive zone. It's a 2-2 game with 2 minutes left on the clock. Green with a substitution. Colby gives it over to Jansen. Jansen back to Kolb. Kolb brings it up center line. Inside half court line. Jansen sets a pick. Gives it over to Matt. Matt has it over to Colby. Colby back over to Jansen. Jansen outside the 3-point line gives it over to Matt. Matt shoots the 3-point shot, sinks it, nothing but net. They put him up 5-2. 21 quickly inbounds it to 12. 12 brings it up the right line for Green. Looks to make a passes it over to 21. Bounce pass. Colby reads that thing like a book. But 10 gets that bobbling ball. Stretch pass down low to 43. 43 with a shot. Quickly makes the ground back. Panthers are only leading by 1 point now with about a minute to go in the quarter. Colby dribbles it up. Crosses half court. Gives it over to Matt. Matt outside the 3-point line. Gives it over to Jansen. Jansen with a shot. Very long 2-point shot. A jump ball is called. Green ball coming out of the defensive zone. My bad. White ball coming out of the defensive zone. I gotta call them as soon as they are called. Colby fakes the shot. Tries to go around 21, but not able to. Gives it over to Matt. Gives it over to Jansen. Jensen down low to Matt. Matt hits the side of the backboard, goes out of bounds, off of Green. 46 seconds to go in the first. Colby inbounds it over to Matt. Matt takes his time. Bobbles it, gives it over to Danny. Danny down low, the shot, sinks it to make it 7-4. Then inbounds it to 12. 30 seconds and expiring. 12 gains that 3-point line over to 43. 43 over to 10. 10 bounces. Looked like a travel to me. White 10, that would be Colby. Colby's pleading his case, but no difference is made. 10 with 2 shots to make it 6-7 if he makes both of these. He's got one. They're within 2 points. And 43, returning from a camping trip to see that second foul shot go in. Jansen gives it over to Colby. Time expiring. Colby tries to take it around 12. Over to Jansen. Jansen takes his time over to Matt. Matt bobbles it. Looks for an outlet. Over to Colby. Colby. Look for that final shot. The buzzer beater. The 3-point shot by Colby. The crowd exploded. The Panthers lead 10-6 at the end of the first period of play. Now let's take our time to see the Rhines tips to win. And that's pretty much it. At the start of the second quarter, Green has it going into the white zone, 10 with an inbound. 12 takes it in as the Eagles are down by 4. 43 has it outside, gives it over to 12. 12's eyeing up the situation here, bounces it over to 10. 10 tries to get around Colby, not able to do so, gives it over to 43. 43 down to 21. 21 over to 12. Gets the pass. Slows it down outside the 3-point line. 12 over to 21. 21 with a shot. Not able to sink it. As a foul is called. White 32 with a push. That was a bit of an iffy call, but what the ref says goes. 21 to inbound it. Gives it over to 12. 12 bounces it over to 10. 10. 35, sorry. Over to 10. 10 over to 43. Dribbles it around outside the 3-point line. 12 not able to receive the pass from 43. 43 grabs the rebound though. Gives it over to 12. 12 gains the 3-point line. Gives it over to 21 outside the 3-point line. 21 looks for an outlet. Gives it to 12. 12 down on the baseline. Gives it over to 35. 35 with a shot. Not able to sink it. Daniel with the rebound. Gives it over to Richard. Colby stops. Colby with a layup. Long. 10 gets the rebound. Treads the street. The shot. Not able to sink it on a short shot. Colby gets the rebound over to Richard. Richard slows it down. Gets it around 12. 35 intercepts it though. Intercepted by White. Gives it over to Jansen. Jansen back to Richard. Jansen over to Colby. Colby outside the 3-point line, shoots. Not able to get a second of the game. Jansen shoots, foul is called on 10. Two shots for Jansen. Sinks the first one. Second shot. Sinks it. Putting the Panthers up 6 points to the Eagles. 10 inbounds at the 43. 43 brings it up the offensive zone. Looks at his options, gives it over to 12. 12 at the 3-point line, dribbles. Gains it, he treads that 3-point line. Gives it over to 43. 43 with a shot. Not able to sink it. Richard grabs the rebound, slows it down, speeds it right back up. Looks for an outlet, goes over to Colby. Colby down low to Jansen. Jansen back out to Richard. Richard at the three-point line. Over the head pass to Colby. Colby back to Richard. Richard gains the three-point line, goes in for the layup. Swatted away by 43. White ball coming down. Richard inbounds it. Over to Jensen. Gives it over to Colby. Colby dribbles. Gives it over to Richard. Richard outside the three-point line. Gains it. Gives it over to Jansen. Jansen over to Matt. Matt over to Richard. Richard goes into Matt. Jansen. Jansen with a layup. Not able to make it. As the kick goes over to 12. 21. Takes it down. Intercepted by Colby. 12 takes a jab at it. Jansen gives it over to Colby. Colby over to Daniel. Daniel. Not able to make the shot. Foul is called. 23 with a foul on Green. 43 with a foul for Green. Gives Daniel 2 shots. Not able to sink the first one. Whole team to talk him up. Timeout. Green. Timeout Green. Full timeout by Green. A whole 1 minute of taking it. Panthers are leading 12-6. The Panthers are pressing a high pressured defense, keeping the Eagles from making too many shots, keeping them outside the three-point line. Solid defensive game. Daniel taking his second free throw. Panthers are still leading 12-6, same as it was before the timeout. Daniel eyes it up. Does not make the shot. Green ball coming out of the defensive zone. 10 inbounds to 1. 1 taking it down the middle lane. One bobbles, gets his bobbling ball. Gives it over to 10 outside the three-point line. 10 looking for an option. Doesn't get around Colby, not able to do so. The shot hits the rim, does not go in though. 21 out top to 1. 1 dribbles it down low. Out of bounds, white ball coming out. Colby to inbound. Over to Richard, wide open. Richard takes it into the offensive zone for the Panthers. Stops. Looks for an option. Gives it over to Colby. Colby, three-point shot. Sinks his second of the game, making it 15-6. 12 gives it into 10. 10 takes it into the offensive zone. Ten with some fancy footwork. A three-point shot. Does not make it in. 35 with a three-point shot is just short. Daniel gives it over to Jansen. Jansen to Richard. Richard takes it up the right lane for the Panthers. Gives it to Colby. Colby fakes a three-point shot. Tries to pass it, but 12 reads that thing a week ago and decides to bobble it over to Daniel. Daniel over to Jansen with an interception. Gives it back over to Colby. Colby gets the three-point line. Stops. Bounce pass down to Daniel. Daniel back out top to Richard. Richard over to Colby with a three-point shot. Short. 12 gets the rebound. Takes it up the right lane. Off his foot. Gives it over to 35. 35 out to 1-1. Gets the three-point line. Pressured by mini Panthers. with a travel for Green. Green with a substitution, 43 coming in for number 1. Number 1 not feeling too good. Richard takes it out for the Panthers. Panthers with a timeout. White with a full timeout. Panthers continually building up their lead to see if they can make it strong enough that nobody can reach it. The higher they build it, the less likely it is for the other team to come back, but anything's possible. It's not even halftime yet. I think the little halftime show's over. Three to 5 on the clock. Richard gives it into Colby. Colby gives it off to Richard. Richard with the handoff doesn't do much with it. He fumbles it. 12 gets the rebound. 12 down low, lays it up into Colby. They're calling 2 shots for 12 on the sketchiest call I think I've seen all day. They called Colby for a hold, and both of his arms were straight up. I don't know. I'll have to watch that back. 12 with a second shot. Doesn't make it in. Daniel gives it over to Richard. Richard bringing it down. Gives it over to Daniel. Daniel hands it off to Johnson. Johnson tries to give it over to Richard. Richard not able to accept the pass. He wasn't ready for it. And it is green ball coming out of the defensive zone with 2:35 on the clock. 43 gives it into 35. Back to 43. Gains it halfway. Gives it over to 10. 10 outside the 3-point line. Gives it to 35. 35 takes a shot. Dribbles around. Gives it back out to 12 outside the 3-point line. Over to 43, 43 down low to 35, 35 with a shot, does not make it in. Matt gives it over to Colby, take it out of the zone. Gives it over to Richard, Richard gains the 3-point line, dribbles it around, gives it over to Colby, Colby fakes a shot, gives it back out to Matt. Matt with a 3-point shot, not able to make it in, as 21 gets the rebound for Green. Gives it over to 12, 12 brings it down the field for Green. There's a 3-point line, the layup. Not able to make it in. Matt gets the rebound for the Panthers. Gives it over to Colby. Colby. Over to Richard. Richard over to Jensen. Jensen down low. Doesn't shoot. White ball down low. Green 21. White ball down low. Colby to inbound. Substitution for Green. 1 coming in for 35, 32 coming in for 21. Colby throws it in for Richard. Richard's trapped, gives it over to Colby. Colby outside the 3-point line, gains the 3-point line. Down low, gives it off to Matt. Matt over to Richard. Richard dribbles it around. Stops, long 2-point shot, does not make it in. As 43 gets the rebound. 10. 10 gives it over to 43. Back to 12. Down low. Pass is not received. Green ball down low. Jansen with a push. .32 inbounds it for the Eagles. Out top to 43. Gains the 3-point line. Number 1 out top. Gives it over to 10. 10 walks out of the 3-point line with the ball. Smacks both of his hands on the ball for the double dribble, but takes it in for the 2-point shot on the no call. Richard takes it out for the Panthers. Calls a play. Dribbles it around. The layup does not make it in. Rebounded by 32. Daniel takes it away for the shot. That is fouled. 2 free throws for the Daniel. With less than half a minute in the quarter. The shot, not able to make it in. Substitution, 35 Green coming in for 1.
Rebound, Zach.
Not able to sink the second shot as it goes off the left side of the rim. 10 brings it in for the Eagles. Goes over to 12. 12 outside the 3-point shot. Not able to sink it. Goes out of bounds. White ball coming down with 13.5 seconds. Richard inbounds. The long pass to Daniel. Daniel takes it down. Gives it over to Matt, but goes off a green. White ball with less than 10 seconds on the clock.
Look at the clock. You got 8 seconds.
Richard inbounds the Matt. Matt looks for the 3-point shot, gives it over to Colby. Colby looks at the clock, takes his time, tries to give it over to Richard, but Richard not able to receive it. The shot almost goes in. And that is the half. Panthers leading 15 to the Eagles with 8. We're here at the halftime show of the Varsity Panthers against the CCSI Eagles. That is a little bit hard to remember, the 4 letters and all. But anyways, into the game. The Panthers were able to gain the lead in the second quarter, as the first quarter only had, 3 shots that went in. The Panthers are up 15-8 now, as the Eagles got 6 points in that entire quarter. What do you think the Eagles need to do to, come back at the Panthers' strong defense?
Honestly, watching, I got the vibe that they were trying to do too much of this, 3-pointer shots and just fancy layups. They just need to get in there and just calmly just do some nice 2-pointers at least. I mean, because they're just trying all this fanciness, they're not getting them in. And that's what's giving us the advantage. Today, the Panthers actually doing some good passing and shooting. I'm proud of them. They're on their top of their game right now, all 5 starters. But we're in the lead right now, and hopefully it'll just stay like that.
Yeah, as the Varsity do have all 5 of their players. Jansen playing with still an injured ankle. He's giving it his all out there. Colby with 2 3-point shots.
Yeah, I'm surprised there. I mean, usually, how many do we get per game? Not usually.
Not too many.
Especially in the first half, we've already gotten 2. And I believe Matt got a 3-pointer too.
He might have. I don't know. He might have. But Colby with a buzzer beater of all things at a 3-point shot was a beautiful thing to see.
Yeah.
And that'll be it for our halftime show. See you in the third. White ball going into the green zone, going down the court as we are facing the direction. Sorry, the video camera's starting to go dead, and I will plug it in. Richard gets the inbound from Colby. Colby takes down the right lane as Richard takes it right back to him. Colby gives it back to Richie. Richie stops at the 3-point line, looks for the shot, gives it over to Colby. Colby outside the 3-point line, gives it over to Matt. Matt has it now going down the left lane. block shot, block pass, my bad. And 12 gains the rebound. 12 gains the 3-point line. Foul is called on... I missed the number. I believe it was Richard. Green ball coming in. 21 has it. Over to 35-90, about to accept the pass. 43 with a shot down low. Does not make the layup. 12 over to 10. Outside the 3-point line, gains the 3-point line. Shoots. Not able to make it in. Richard with a rebound. Going down low. The shot does not make it up. Colby grabs the rebound. Shoots. Does not make it in on a long shot. Daniel bounces over to Jansen. Jansen shoots. Not able to make that one in either. Rebounded by number 35 on Green. Dribbles it down right lane. It's the offensive zone. Sets it up for 12. Over to 10. 10 down low to 43. 43 looking over to 21. 21 with a shot. Fouled off by Matt. Panthers still leading 15-8 after almost 1 minute and 15 seconds already gone in the third quarter. 21 with 2 shots. The shot goes in, making it 15-9. An even 6-point lead. 21 taking his second shot, goes up. Not able to go in after it hits the shelf. Daniel gets the rebound. Over to Matt. Matt takes it down to Richard. Richard gets the pass. Gains half court. Over to Jansen. Jansen with a lane. Takes it in. The shot hits the bottom of the rim. Matt gets the rebound. Sends it up and home. 10 inbounds it for Green. Over to 12. 12 brings it up to center lane. Over to 43. 43 outside the 3-point line. Looks over to 10. 10. Looks to give it to 12, but covered. Dribbles. Down low to 43. 43 with a 3-point shot. Does not make it in. Matt gets the rebound. Bobbled up by 12. 21 gets the recovery. White with a foul. Green ball down low in the defensive zone. The score is 17-9. Panthers leading. Richard not able to inbound it. 10 gives it over 43. 43 with a shot. Does not make it in. With a push on White. Matt with a foul.
Best on that.
43 with 2 shots. A little under 6 minutes left in the quarter. 43 with the first shot. Not able to sink it. Rolls in and out. 43 with a second shot. Shoots. Makes the second one in. It is now 10-17. Colby with a quick inbound from Jansen. It's over to Richard. Richard takes it up the left lane for the Panthers. Keeps it going down the baseline. Out of bounds, green ball in the defensive zone. Oh, my bad. Foul on 35 Green. White ball down in the offensive zone. Over to Colby. Colby with inbound by Richard. Richard. My bad. That was Matt with a 3-point shot. Matt gets the rebound over to Richard. Richard over to Colby. Colby with a shot. Not able to sink it. Jansen gets the rebound. Walks away with it. Gives it over to Richard. Richard outside the 3-point line. Dribbles in over to Matt. Matt with a 3-point shot from the center. Does not make it in. Tips it over Richard by 10. 10 with the layup. Looks like a kick to the face on Matt. 2 shots after Matt got kicked in the face. After all the ludicrous calls I've seen, I'm not sure how to feel about that. I'm not sure if Matt moved his feet or not, but that was a dangerous play. 10 not able to sink his first shot with his second shot. Let's see if it's any different. 21 gets told what's what. So buy one, get one at McDonald's right now. Other franchises are available. Sinks a second shot, making it 11-17. Colby gets the inbound by Jansen. Challenge by 43. Colby gets to the center line. White timeout. 15.5, 5.15 on the clock. Panthers are leading 17-11 with a 6-point lead. White with a full timeout.
Don't Ask Live, the hippie band, has almost all my records on all levels. Almost. It's just like it's got the record for the month. It has the record for the record for the mountains. No, Super decided
How's it looking? Still recording? Alright. White with the inbound at half court. Over to Richard. Richard outside the three-point line, gives it over to Matt. Matt dribbles inside the three-point line, boxes out, shoots with a travel. We are not giving Matt a break on these calls today. 43 with the inbound for Green. Gives it up to 12. 12 brings it up to the offensive zone. Over to 43, 43 over to 21. 21 takes his time, bounces it over to 10. 10 looks around, takes it outside the three-point line, over to 12. 12 over to 35. 35 shoots the three-point shot, doesn't make it in as it slingshots out. Jensen gets the rebound over to Colby. Colby brings it up the right lane, looks for some help, swings the fakes a pass, over to, bounces it up to Richard past the half-court line. Down to Daniel. Daniel back out to Richard. Richard, a three-point shot, does not sink it, hits the back of the rim, comes back out. Colby has it. Rolls it over to Jansen. Jansen shoots, hits the side of the rim, does not make it in, rebounded by 10. 10 brings it up the left lane. Takes 4 steps, shoots, does not make it in. 43 doesn't make the rebound in either. 43 light down on it like a goaltender, but he called a green ball down low on the jump ball. 21 inbounds for Green. Gives it over to 43. 43 with a shot. Sinks it up. The inbound goes to Colby. Colby gives it over to Richard. Richard bounces it past 12. 12 hits it. White didn't gain the halfway line, so it doesn't matter that it went back over. 35 gets it away from 12. Richard gets it away from 35, my bad. And it'll be green ball down low in the white zone. 21 inbounds for the Eagles. Long pass to 10. 10 takes it in the three-point line, gives it over 21. 21 with a three-point shot, doesn't make it, it hits the far side of the rim. 43 out of bounds, passes it in to 21. 21 outside the three-point line to 10. 10 over to 12. 12 fakes a shot, goes in. Over to 43. 43 with a layup, sets it up for 2 points. 17-16. The Eagles making a comeback. Richard gets the inbound from Colby. Pressured. Over to Matt. Matt shoots it up, but blocked by 12. Shoots up the rebound. 21 grabs the rebound. Should be white ball down low as Daniel gets out of the hands of 21. Foul is called. Penalty on Daniel for over the back, I guess. Words of the ref, not me. 12 inbounds it over to 43. 43 takes his leisurely time getting into the offensive zone. Stops at the 3-point line, gives it over to 12. 12 gives it back, bounces it down to 43. 43 back out top to 10. 10 stops. Bounces over to 35. 35, the 3-point shot, not able to sink it. 43 with the rebound, sinks it to put them up by 1 on a 17-18 game with 2 minutes 30 seconds ticking down. Inbound to Colby from Jansen. Jansen heads up the right lane. Colby passes it out to Richard. Richard down to Daniel. A little tongue-tied on names. Daniel with a 3-point shot. 10 gets the rebound, gets the inbound. Out to 12. 12 outside the 3-point line. Over to 43. Outside the 3-point line, shoots. Not able to sink it. Matt gives it over to Colby. Colby up the right lane. Green number 12 with a penalty on Colby. Colby feeling a little fatigued. Gives it over to Richard. Richard brings it down the offensive zone. Daniel has it. Gives it over to Matt. Matt at the 3-point line gives it over to Richard. Richard shoots a 3-point shot, blocked by number 35. Matt gets the rebound over to Colby. Colby gives it over to Richard. Richard fumbles it. Richard gives it over to Matt. Matt dribbles it down the baseline. Shoots, makes it 2 more. 21-18. Panthers are leading by 5. 12 brings it up. Back over to 43. 43 over to 21. 21 looking for a pass. Takes it down low. The jump shot does not make it in as Daniel has the ball. Richard takes it into the offensive zone. Stretch pass over to Colby. Colby receives it. Pressured on his back. Gives it over to Jansen. Jansen spins. Call to travel. Green ball coming out of the defensive zone. Jacob coming in for Jansen. 10 will inbound for Green. Over to 43. 43 takes it up to 35. 35 outside the 3-point line, looks for help, gives it over to 10. 10 gains the 3-point line, down low, shoots. It's not able to make it in. Colby takes it up the left lane. Down low to Richard, not able to receive it as 12. Read that calendar, saw it was coming. Off a green, white ball down low. Richard inbounds. Richard inbounds. Over to Daniel. Daniel intercepted by 10. 10 brings it down, the layup. Not able to sink it, the rebound by Richard. Richard able to control it. Richard over to Matt. Matt takes it down. Stops at the 3-point line, gives it over to Richard. Richard, 3-point shot. Able to sink it in to make it 24-18. 6-point lead is now taken by the Panthers. 12 for Green, over to 43. 43 gives it over to 12 again. 12 dribbles. Gives it over to 43. 43 with a shot. Not able to sink the buzzer beater. Panthers lead 24. The Eagles have 18 at the end of the third quarter. I don't know. Don't lose it. I guess you can. I guess you can if you want to. Ref wonders where the beef is. Richard over to Colby. Colby has it now. Over to Richard. Richard over to Colby. Colby gives it over to Richard again. Sorry. Richard has it outside the three-point line. Nice. Gives it over to Colby. Colby has it outside the three-point line. Dribbles it around. Foul is called. Green number 1 with the foul. Colby down low to inbound in the offensive zone. Substitution by Green. A little late. Twelve comes in for 1 on Green. Colby not able to find anyone open to inbound. Gets rid of it. Gives it over to Jansen. Jansen over to Matt. Matt over to Richard. Jansen. Jansen gives it over to Colby. Colby dribbles down to the baseline. Gives it up top for Jansen. Jansen. Over to Richard. Richard has it outside the three-point line. Gives it over to Matt. Right back to Richie. Richie calls it up for a block. Richard gives it over to Matt. Matt gives it over to Colby. Colby. The layup. Blocked away. 10 ends up on the ground. Colby for the inbound. Gives it over to Matt. Matt outside the three-point line. Gives it over to Richard. Richard treads that half-court line very safely. Gives it to Matt. Matt keeps it in. Treads the baseline. Daniel with a shot. Sets it up for 2. 10 gives it in for 43. 43 brings it down the court. 35 with another three-point shot is too far to the left. Jansen gives it over to Colby. Colby looking to bring it out. Challenged by 12. Gives it over to Richard. Richard takes it down. Colby has it. Back to Richard. Richard with a shot. Does not sink the three-pointer. Goes off a Green. White ball down low. Inbound to Colby. Colby over to Matt. Matt dribbles it around. 43 grabs that interception. The shot, throwing that thing up to make it 18 to 20, 20 to 26. 10 intercepts it. Colby blocks it. Ten is livid. Green 35 with a foul. Richard to inbound. Jansen over to Richard. Richard brings it up. Fouled up. Green 10 with a foul. Green looking for a substitution as soon as possible. 10 goes out, 21 comes in. Jansen gives it into Matt. Matt takes it down. 2 shots is called. 10 is leaving the building. Matt gets 2 shots. Not able to sink the first shot as it was short. 32 shoots. Solid second shot from Matt. 32 and the 21. 21 over to 12. Go. Bringing it up the court. Challenged by Richard. Sets a pick, gives it off to 43-43, tries the third three-point line. 21 bounces over to 32. Jansen gets the rebound after the interception was made. Gives it off to Matt. Matt over to Colby. Colby takes his time. 5 minutes left in the game. Jansen has it. Gives it over to Colby. Green with a foul on the arm. As Colby stopped the pivot. Give him a little Judy chop to the side. Foul shot for Colby. Sinks it. Second shot coming up. Timeout. All right, Colby with the second foul shot. Sinks the second one, make it 29-20, 9-goal differential. 9-point differential, sorry. 43 gives it over to 21, 21 dribbles it up through the paint to 10. Gives it over to 35, 35. Back to 10. 10 dribbles around. Gives it up to 43, 43 with a three-point shot. Does not make it as it was short. 21 gives it over to 12, 12 keeps it in. 10 has the ball over to 43, 43. Gains the three-point line, gives it back out to 35, 35 with a three-point shot. Does not make it in as it was a little short. Richard grabs the rebound up the left lane. Gives it over to Matt. Matt loses control for a bit. Gives it back over to Richard. Richard over to Colby. Colby down low to Dan. Dan back out to Colby. Colby dribbles it down the baseline. The shot does not make it in. Foul is made. 2 shots. Green 10 with a foul. Daniel gets 2 shots.
Well, I know how to play the original one, but Luke is far into that he has
Daniel with a second shot. Didn't make the first one. Doesn't make the second one. 21 grabs the rebound. Gives it over to 35. 35 brings it up the center line. Over to 21, not able to get it. Off White. Green ball down low. It was a good read for that pass. 21 inbounds it for Green. Jensen with a steal. Gives it over to Matt. Matt gives it back to Richard. Richard takes it to left lane. Gives it up to Colby. Colby over to Richard. Richard to Matt. Matt over to Jansen. Jansen takes it in the baseline. Almost throws it backhanded over to Matt. Matt over to Richard. Richard gives it over to Colby. Colby takes his time. Over to Richard. Down low to Colby, not able to do anything as it was fouled. Substitution for Green. Number 13 going in for 35. Richard with a foul shot. His first. Not able to make it in. Green ball coming out. 12 over to 43. 43 brings it into the offensive zone. It's over to 21. 21 with a shot. Bounces out. Daniel not letting go of that rebound. Green with a timeout with 2 minutes and 56 seconds on the clock. 21 inbound for the Eagles. 43 has it outside the three-point line. The shot not making it in, too far to the left. Matt takes it into the offensive zone for White. Gives it over to Jensen, but a travel is called on Matt. 10 inbounds it on Green. Over to 43. 43 takes the three-point line, stops, gives it over to 10. 10 outside the three-point line, shreds it. Over to 43. Rebound by Matt, gives it over to Richard. Richard over to Colby. Colby bringing it up the left lane, gives it over to, hands it off to Richard. Richard up to Matt. Matt to Colby. Colby over to Jansen. Jansen shoots it up. Hits two Green hands at once, and 10 takes it away. The shot goes in. Panthers are still winning by 7 points. Richard in trouble. Getting hit left, right, and center. Gives it over to Jansen. Jansen down low. Gives it over to Colby. Colby gives it right to 10. Beautiful pass by Colby. 10's working together to get 2 more points on the Eagle side. Matt gives it to Danny. Danny down low. Nothing but time. And he puts that retaliation right back up there. It's 12 inbounds at the 10. 10 brings it into the offensive zone right down the middle lane. The three-point shot does not make it in. 43 grabs the rebound, keeps it going. The three-point shot, not able to make it in. 13 grabbed the rebound, did not let go, and it is a white ball down in the defensive zone with 3:38 left on the clock. Panthers are leading 31-24. Green with a substitution, 31 going in for 13. 35 going in for 13, my bad. Richard to inbound. Pressured by 12. Gives it up to Jensen. Jensen pressured by 2 other Greens. Jensen not happy with it. 12 inbounded for Green. Green over to 43. 43 with a three-point shot. Sinks it, making it 26-31. Green with another rebound. Makes it 28-31. Colby has the inbound.
I like it.
Not sure what the call is. Panthers are only leading by 3 points at this point. That's only 1 shot. Aki giving the boys a real good pep talk over there. Telling the guys to box him out and watch those 3-point shots on the side. Got to keep him in arm's distance. Leaving the boys to talk amongst themselves. The Eagles are trying to make a beautiful comeback in this game as they were down 9 points just about 50 seconds ago. They're calling the score 29-31 as one of the points was a 3-point shot. They're working on the scoreboard as we speak. Yeah, they're determining how many of those shots are 3 points. Because they're determining, like, because there were like 5 seconds between each goal or basket. And so they're determining which bucket was 3 points. 43 made a 3-point shot right there. The first one was made by 10, which was a 2-point shot. I just remember having to do all the play-by-play.
20 seconds away. 20 seconds ago, not later. 20 seconds later.
Several hours later. I'm probably just going to speed this whole thing up like 16 times the speed of what it's going. We're probably talking about, hey, what is on TV tonight? Hey, you see the Penguin game? No. I'm gonna have to mute that now.
Do you know what the time was before the timeout? Can you rewind?
That's a good question.
Because after the timeout, they added time onto the clock. And so if we could know what the time was before the timeout, we could tell the refs. I don't know. I don't know if we can see it.
One moment. Well, we had some issues with the clock. I was looking for the correct time of the clock. Well, I wasn't able to find it. 3:19 on the clock. 21 gives over to 35. 35 gives it over to 43. 43 of the shot does not sink the bucket. 12 gives it over to 35. 35 over to 12. 12 all the way over to 10. 10 brings it in the 3-point line. Gives it up and over to 43, 43, outside the 3-point line. Foul is called. Two shots for 43.
You okay over there?
Exorcism. His first shot does not make it. Oh, this is hard to breathe. Second shot went in. How many shots does he get?
Why is he getting like
3 shots. Third shot by 43. Another point, ties it up 31 all. Jansen inbounds it over to Matt. Matt brings it down the right lane, challenged by number 10. Over to Colby. Colby down the left lane, inside the 3-point line, the layup. Sinks the bucket. Possibly making this a 3-point play. He makes his 3-point, or this free-point throw, the free throw. Could possibly put the Panthers up by 4 points. Number 1 coming in to do some cleaning. Sorry about the scoreboard. Sorry. It cuts off from time to time, and I haven't looked at it for a while. Colby taking a free throw. Sinks it to make it 34-31. Up by 3 points are the Panthers. 35 brings it back with speed. Over 10. 10 with a 3-point shot. Does not make it in. Off of White, apparently, and it is green ball down low. 2:36 left on the clock. 21 down to 43. 43 with a shot. Does not take it. 35 has it outside the 3-point line. 3-point over to 30, over to 10. 10 goes over to 43. 43 outside the 3-point line, takes a shot over to 12. 12 over to 30, 43. 43 with a 3-point shot. Doesn't make it. 21 gets a rebound for 2. 34 to 33 is the score now with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left on the clock. Colby takes it down over to Richard. Richard not able to accept the pass. Green gets the rebound. Gets that interception and his white ball down low in the defensive zone. Colby. It's inbound. Timeout White. 2 minutes, 6 seconds left on the clock. Wow. We got an infinite time of timeout. Oh, jeez. Talking over the crowd and talking at the speed of light are very hard to do at the same time. Let me just say, talking over the crowd and talking at the speed of sound is very hard to do.
And over to do the back to Matt. Goes to Rico. Wait, no, I mean Matt. No, it's Danny. It's over to Colby.
Somehow Colby's in this now. I don't really know how. Colby's inbounding. Panthers are up by 1 with little less than 6 seconds left till the 2-minute mark. Colby inbounds. Panthers scrambling. Gives it over to Richard. Richard has it now. Pressured by number 35. 35 over to 32 for White. Matt has the ball. Tries to get it across that half-court line. Pressured by Green. 10 gets interception right back by Richard. Richard tripped up on the play. They're calling a traveling as Richard just got his knee taken out. Wow. 10 to inbound for Green. 43 brings it up. Takes a 3-point shot. Not able to sink the bucket as Matt gets the rebound. Calling it a white ball coming out. Oh yeah. Green 35 with a push. 2 shots for Matt. Could give the Panthers an even more lead other than that 1 point that is so crucial in this game. Richard looks like he's feeling it. Oh, does not quite make that first shot. 21 can giving him a hand. Sportsmanship right there. Second shot does make it in, putting them up 35 to 33. 12 bringing it down for Green. 1 shot means the world here. 43 fakes a shot, goes in for 2. Not able to lay it up. Two shots. As White went to block it, Green ran in. The coaching staff for the Panthers are livid right now, and so would I, if I didn't want to be so biased. 43. First shot. Makes the first shot, bringing the Panthers lead down by half.
We're up by 1 with a minute 41 seconds left.
Minute 41. Panthers leading 35 to 34. Makes the second shot. Colby inbounds it over to Richard. Richard has it now. Pressure by 35. Not able to intercept it. 43 does grab it from Richard though. 10 has it for Green. Green is it done 35 with a 3-point shot. Does not sink it. Does not get the Green pass. Does not get the pass go. Does not get the collect $25. 43 brings it down for Green. Green with a layup. Not able to send it home. 12 keeps it in bounds over to 21. 21 outside the 3-point line now. He dribbles around. calling it up and over. Not too sure about that call. White ball coming to the defensive zone. Richard just talking about that little hip check that he had earlier. Richie's pretty mad right now, but timeout is called. It's all good. Look at all his ones. Everything's matching up on that scoreboard today. Oh, my voice is starting to go. This will be fun. I'm starting to go lightheaded. I'm losing so much air. 2
minutes.
I really want a Mountain Dew right now, but hey. White ball in the defensive zone. Assuming that the Eagles will full court press, this will be a challenge getting it out. The Eagles have had a neutral zone trap work 10 out of 10 times so far in the fourth quarter. Jansen has that inbound. Pressured by 10. Figures their way to intercept it off a green. White ball, green ball coming down off of the green 12's leg. I feel like there needs to be a coach's challenge because I got the whole game on here.
I know, you should just like review with the ref.
12 has it outside the three-point line. He's over to 10. 10 looking to set it up. 1 minute left in the game. 35 shoots. Does not sink the bucket. 12 gets the rebound. Over to 10. 10 outside the three-point line. Trip pressure by Colby. Gets around Colby. Jansen has it all ball, nothing else. And they call a foul on him. All right, the Eagles have 1 point over the Panthers. It's 35 to 36. 12 to inbound over to 43. 43 takes it up. 40 seconds and counting. Slowing it down. White not doing anything to pressure. 43 just stands at half court waiting for time to tick off the clock. 30 seconds and counting. Over to 12. All right. Over to 43. 43 has it, just standing there. 43. Over to 12. 12 has it now. On green. Colby. Both teams are livid right now.
Right here. If they make 2 shots, we can still win by 3 points.
Green with 1 foul shot. At the most, it's a 35 to 36 game with 14.3 seconds left on the clock. 12 with a shot, sinks it. 35 to 37. They called 1 shot, but they're giving him 2. Messes up that 1-point shot. Fumbling for the ball. There's no way that should have been green ball. They got 2 jump balls beforehand. Colby to inbound. Timeout green.
This is it. Okay.
10.6 seconds left on the clock. It's a 35-37 game with both cameras failing to do their job. Please let there be enough space to record the rest of this game. I'm just gonna let my voice rest.
Hold on, let's get that over.
Colby inbounds. Looking for that extreme length of a shot. Jansen calling a foul. 12 on Green with a foul.
Oh my This is not gonna...
Not even half a second off the clock. It's going to be a White ball down low. Calling Green with a push. 2 shots for White. This could mean the world for this game. 12 got a push. This game is riding on these shoulders. Specifically that one, right and left. The first shot does not make it in. But with this next shot could mean a very big standing point in this game. Jansen with a second shot. Does not sink the bucket. The rebound taken by White, but they call a jump ball as number 21 falls over. 2 shots for Green. Now what determines whether it's 2 shots or an inbound? Because they've called the same penalties, but they be inbounds other than 2 shots.
I think like in the 4th period, anything like 2 minutes or something like that and below, it's always foul shots. I don't know why. Just like...
Sinks it, putting them above 3 points.
If he makes this pretty much...
With this game, it'll put it out of reach. Sinks it. Colby takes it down the court. And that is the ball game. The Eagles with 39 and the Panthers with 35.